we have a special training coming up on the March 22nd, 2023, 12 p.m. Europe time, so Berlin time. It's about navigating Twitter as a scientist. So if you are a scientist who is curious about the world of Twitter and don't know how to get started, do sign up. Link is in the description. The whole glass onion is apparently powered by this tiny crystal or these kinds of tiny crystals. Okay. Even if it is true, let's just go with let's just buy into the narrative that, there is this crystal, zero carbon emission, da-di-da-di-da, all of that. Is it possible to power the entire glass onion island, and that has like jacuzzis and swimming pools and fancy lighting and all kinds of da-di-das? Is it possible to power the entire island with that tiny crystal? Is that realistic?
You would need more than that tiny crystal if that was a crystal of a material similar to ammonia borane or one of these other stabilized hydrogen forms. But the brilliant thing about hydrogen as a technology is that it is incredibly modular. So I mentioned hydrogen fuel cells earlier. The way that you increase the power of a fuel cell is basically to stack up loads of them in series and parallel, a bit like you would with a battery. You know, if you want more power, you just use more batteries. It's exactly the same thing with hydrogen fuel cells. So you can power very, very small devices and extremely powerful devices like, I don't know, boilers and jacuzzis and all the big lighting setup that they have, by just scaling it and adding more fuel cells. So actually, it would be perfectly possible to power an island using a hydrogen fuel material.
Okay, just not that tiny crystal. We would need a bunch of those depending on their...
Yeah, you'd need much more than that.
You would need much more. This is a one-time offer. In 42 euros, 1 hour, you will get all the tips and tricks of how to best navigate Twitter as a scientist. We will cover profile optimization, content crafting for science communication, how to grow your network, and also Twitter analytics. So, March 22nd, 2023, 12 p.m. Europe, lunchtime. Sign up, grab your spot, limited seats. Save the date. The 6th edition of the 2023 NANOscientific Forum Europe, the platform for nanoscience and SPM research, will take place on the 13th to 15th of September 2023 at the Institute of Photonic Sciences, IFCO, in Barcelona, Spain. After 3 years online, this edition will be held in person and on-site. The 2023 #NSFE will be hosted by Professor Dr. F. Pelayo García de Arquer, who is the head of the research group CO2 Mitigation, accelerated by Photons. Link is in the description. Do check it out and see you in Barcelona in September.